Hello, this is gonna be a Valkyrie Crusade Archwitch hunting guide for getting a whole bunch of cards. So if you go to the first Chronicle, the beginner's dungeon, can be cleared until you reach level 50. So as long as you keep your character level below level 50, you could always run this dungeon and always run this Archwitch and always have a unlimited vitality. Although it says the beginner's period lasts 7 days, and this is the 9th day, and we still have unlimited vitality, we could still repair everybody for free, so it doesn't make sense. But if you were to go to the beginner's dungeon, you could just run through any of these levels here. Usually we've been going through the last one. And then if you progress with your team, then sometimes you will encounter an Archwitch, so we can't carry any more cards. And then an Archwitch has appeared. So this one's really good. You could battle her. You could defeat her. She's pretty easy. You could defeat her with a low level team. Shouldn't be too difficult for anybody. I think we've been using this team because we've been leveling up some of our rare cards. Though we don't know if we're going to keep the rare cards. So essentially she dies pretty quickly, right? Victory. So if you have a better team, you could just take her out in one hit. But you'd probably be doing the stronger Archwitches at this point. So if you go to her rewards, she'd probably be down at the bottom. We could receive all these rewards at the end, or was she at the top or something? So essentially, here's Griffin. When you defeat her and you receive her rewards, she gives you grand exchange tickets, beginners only. You could use them to exchange for other cards. And sometimes she'll give you experience cards. I mean like those slime cards. So these exchange tickets, if you go to items, you could actually use them. You go to tickets and medals, exchange tickets, details. You can, by defeating Griffin, access no expiration date, so these don't expire. You could carry like 1 million of them. We use like 150 of them because we got 3 friend rars. So what she does, she's an ice character. All allies attack 350% up, so she's a buffer. So she's really good for pretty much defeating Archwitches. And if you manage to get her all the way up, she has attack 500%, defense 200% up, a 40% chance. With another deals 300% damage to all enemies after an attack, unable to move, can't be nullified, 30% chance, max 3 times. So she could probably get ridiculously strong. So maybe she'd be the good thing to get. Griffin's probably pretty good. You could buy more of her if you want. You could buy super rares here as well. You could buy other super rares. So considering how many super rares are, we probably shouldn't be keeping our rares. We could also get guaranteed ultra rare, super rare tickets, slime queens, which are good for leveling characters, gold girls, except I don't think we would want to use tickets on buying these things. Probably just use tickets on buying friend rare. That'd probably be the best thing to do. And then these ones, if you want to collect them, which we probably will before we go to level 50. So that's the simple Archwitch. Then if you go to battles, so apparently these event chronicles with the Archwitches happen like every 3 months or something. So we just started playing when the witch just happened to be appearing. So you can clear all these levels. There actually is war trophies for all of them, but you will actually need a character that can guarantee loot at the end of every battle. So we got every single trophy on the map. So if you go through here, and if you just continue, basically every like 1 to 3 steps you'll encounter an Archwitch. Oh, there's an Archwitch. So that's how it usually happens. And then you'd go fight her. And then maybe we would want to switch up our team because our one character is level 40 already. So you just take you out. And then maybe we shouldn't be leveling the rares. Because there's so many super rares in the game, right? Then the rares, there's so many rares in the game too, but then we don't know if this is going to fit in the deck. Yeah, it's not going to fit in the deck. We could only level up rares. So we could only fit a card with 28 cost in our deck. So 29 would be too much. Yeah, we can't fit her in the deck. So we're just throwing random level 28s in here to try to get rares to level 40 for some reason. Pretty much because that's exactly what fits in our deck. We need to improve our deck cost at some point. But essentially, this would be a good team for defeating the Archwitch. Just our LR and then a buffer. We just looked at that one. That one like boosts everybody's attack. But then our main force would be this one. This is the one that would be used for destroying fantasy Archwitches. So this GUR, this is the one that you get from defeating the witches, right? You just defeat them, and then you get the cards themselves, and then you get them to level 70, and then you evolve the card to the HUR, and then you awaken the card to the GUR, which is pretty cool. That's the one that we're using. And then eventually, we could probably make this. We could probably get that thing, and we could probably turn you into a stronger GUR, but then your deck cost would go up to 96, but then she'd probably be even more ridiculous. Skull nullification of enemies' attacking skills. So that's just crazy, that one right there. So eventually, we're going to have to figure out how to do that. But essentially, you just need any one character would work. It doesn't have to be that, right? Because all of your characters, they boost everybody. All allies attack and defense up. And then all allies attack and defense up. And then this one, just all allies attack 350% up. And then this one unleashes all ally skills. This one's really good because if her ability activates, then you could just use all of these buffing skills, and then she just hits for 1 million damage. So let's try fighting some witches. Oh, yeah, and then the LR. I guess we'll look at that quickly because we got that one recently. We've just been doing that just by playing the game. So it starts at level 1, you're full friendship already. This one does like 50,000. 50,000 is max of everything. You don't even have to do anything to it. You just get the card, level it up. But it takes a 174 deck cost, right? So we can't really fit a lot of cards in here. We could only fit like LR, UR, and then just some rare cards would fill out the other slots essentially. So let's go to some of the battles. So essentially you can just sit here and fight the Archwitch. This would be for the fantasy Archwitch because she's a lot stronger. This one's good for defeating this one. As long as the buff goes off, then we could just should have no problem defeating this one. Essentially, a good starting team. LR is not required. This team's not as good as the other team. The other team is better without the LR. So you can see we could just defeat the enemy quick, and then all of our characters gain experience because we're just trying to level up some cards. So as long as we got 2 good cards that could defeat the regular witches, we could throw 3 cards, whatever they are, could fit in the deck. Yes, that's the regular Frenrar. So our cost is 66. I think the other one's like 79 or something. So these abilities, they don't do anything, right? They have 3,000 damage, which is barely anything. So we could stall the enemy for 3 turns, hoping that we can get a buff from our buffing character. Oh, we didn't get any buff. Just try stalling the Oh, there we go. So all allies attack 350% up. And then your main character can just go in for the kill, hopefully. Victory. Oh, they got like 2 level ups. And sometimes a fantasy Archwitch would appear. Those things are really good to fight too. So these are just the ultra rares. So after defeating these, you do get the cards themselves, right? That's where we got this one, because we defeated that one that we just defeated. So they do drop treasure boxes every time that you defeat them. And they can give you ultra rares, basically sell for medals if you have too many of them. So that's why we have so many medals. So we just defeat these witches all day. Jeez, almost didn't even make it. Almost lost the whole battle there. But we managed to make it. 37, 38, 29. So you're almost level 40 already. So battle points, you get more battle points as you level up, I guess. Yeah, as you level up, although we don't want to go past level 50, right? We want to take advantage of the beginner's period for as long as we can, the beginner's dungeon as well. Essentially, we don't know what's going to happen after we go to level 51. After we go to level 51, we're going to have to deal with all the regular things. So when she goes to level 40, we could switch her out for a new card, and we can start leveling another one up to level 40. And maybe once all of our rare cards are leveled, we can start leveling super rares or something. Oh, that's right, they don't fit in the deck. I don't have so much deck space. Essentially, she could come in. She's like, I want to come in for a shot. We got unlimited activations to 50% damage, so she's going to take 37, 32, for 248,000, 233,000, hit for her ultimate ability for 245,000. The enemy has been destroyed. So you're basically level 40. She's like one more fight. You get over leveled. So maybe we should just switch her out and level her with a common card or something. So she is level 39. We just have to upgrade her with one card so she can come out. Maybe level 39 character's close enough. So I'm going to start by rarity. So we have all of these slimes that we're using. For some reason we're going to use them for something, but there's another level 1 rare with 28 cost. And then something else here. 28 cost, level 1 rare. So we're just leveling up these cards essentially. The Archwitches are pretty good for just leveling up random cards by the looks of it. So once you do this, you're gonna go like level 1 all the way to level 10, and then go like level 15 or something. Just levels up really quick. So imagine if we were just leveling slimes or something, it worked really good. See, so 1 to 10, level 1 to 10, level 32 to level 34. So if we're looking for another really good way to get experience, just essentially these guys. Oh yeah, sometimes the fantasy Archwitch appears, and then sometimes the legendary Archwitch appears, which is level 999, so she's basically impossible to defeat. I think we tried to fight her once, but we don't want to use her battle points, right? Absolutely impossible to defeat. Start battle no cost. I think we did try to fight her once. So if we just go back to the event chronicle, we could fight some easier witches. I think somebody actually helped us, and I think we actually did defeat the legendary witch. Essentially, we just go back here to take steps to find the Archwitch again. So the fantasy Archwitch, she is beatable. That's what that other team is for. Essentially, she's so powerful that you need a better team, right? So if you can just boost all of our attack and then you just stall the enemy for 3 turns, we could just probably destroy the enemy super. What is your ability? 200% damage to all enemies. Yours is all enemies can't move for 1 turn. Alright, might as well use the abilities. So then we get a victory again. Then level all the way to level 15. So that's super sick. I just like, oh, here's the fantasy Archwitch, so she's level 300. So this one we'd have to switch to our better team. We're not worried about experience, we're just worried about actually defeating this witch. So that's what this team comes up for. So this was our first basic team for defeating regular witches until we got that new card here. Essentially, this card is so strong by itself, and then if any of your other characters are able to boost the card, then you should just kill the enemy's opponent hits. And then this unleashing ability. So if we use it, skills of all allies are unleashed. Although we should destroy this thing, because while these 2 cards are up, they have a chance to nullify our attack. So if we use your ability, all skills unleashed, then we can go boost by 200%. Boost by 200%, boost by 350%. We use your ability, so enemies can't move for 3 turns, then we hit for 1 million damage, then we just hit for 1 million damage again, and 1 million damage. Victory. So the fantasy Archwitch isn't too difficult actually. All you need is buffing characters, because you don't even need this one. All you really need is buffing characters to buff your character. So now a regular Archwitch, so now we can switch to our leveling team. Essentially, I guess that's what this is. This is just our team to level up other characters that we want. Just because this LR by itself is just so ridiculous. And then even if you had the other team, right, you'd probably want to be using a full good team just so you could defeat the witch in one run. So okay, cool. So here's another fantasy witch. So all you have to do is switch to our other better team. That other team that we have there is for leveling, because that one character, her ability is actually increased battle experience by 60%. So coupled with all of the other things. So if we use this, it's going to be nullified, right? If we use this ability, aerial attack 350 servant skill nullification, so our attack did not go through, right? So you have to destroy the minions before you use any abilities like that. We found that out, so we thought we were able to show it on camera. So essentially her ability went to unleash everybody's abilities, and we just boost her characters up to do 1 million damage, and we just hit the witch 3 more times for another 3 million, and you get victory. So it's absolutely amazing, this card right here. I think that's, it's just 3 boosting characters, just 1 character to destroy the enemy to attack, and then just another character that could be anything, I guess. So it could be just another boosting character. I think when we started, we just had 2 friend rares in our team, just 2 regular friend rares, because those just cost like 100 exchange points, which was really easy to get. And sometimes your friend will come and help you get more friendship points, which you have way too many friendship points. So that you're not getting the boost today, although the LR by itself may be useful. As long as she doesn't use that ability that one-shots our hero. So we were going to be able to get a victory without the boost. And level all the way to level 22, you're level 37. So here's the fantasy Archwitch. So essentially we know that these characters are pretty easy to defeat. So we're not worried about levels, right? When you're fighting the fantasy Archwitch, well, especially when you're just starting, right? We don't have the most powerful, most ridiculous cards. I mean, maybe they're pretty decent, I guess. Considering we can only do intermediate on them very so we could run into trouble. See, sometimes if things don't happen, if your abilities don't trigger, then she will defeat you. Even with this crazy team, you still can be defeated. It just all depends if your abilities go. So considering she was on the first turn, we could actually pretty easily win this. As long as she doesn't use that stupid ability to debuff her character. So the first turn, we don't have to worry about them nullifying it the very first turn of the battle. Just go ahead in so we can see how different that was compared to the last battle that we just had against the fantasy Archwitch. So much different when your abilities do trigger. So we only had like time for 2 more witches or something. Right, because when you defeat them, you do get these cards yourselves. So we'll look at that, we'll open all the boxes, and then we'll open a bunch of other boxes. And considering we have a whole bunch of copies of them, I think we're just going to be selling them for medals when we do collect them. So we have to hope to stall the enemy, hope to get there we go. Because it's so much easier when you get the entry damage boost. It's just 165,000 damage compared to 33,000 damage. So you're already at level 25. So if you were just leveling slimes for some reason here, your slimes would basically be level 27 in no time if you just wanted to fill your inventory with slimes for some reason. Although we're just getting so sick of all these slimes in our inventory that we thought, let's just level up rares instead of slimes. So if we do trade them for experience, I guess level 40 rare is the same as a level 27 slime. Plus it looks better in the collection, right? If we got a whole inventory full of level 27 slimes, or we got a full inventory of level 40 rares. Something like that. Birds of Paradise has risen in fantasy Archwitch, so we probably could just defeat this last one. Let's open a whole bunch of boxes and then look at the rewards. Oh, we're all out of battle points. So now if we go down to Archwitch, and if we go to receive all rewards, alright, it's give you so many things, because we were reading before, apparently the rewards for fighting the Archwitches for the cores went up tremendously, like 40. So if you're running that little door to the bottom left in the elemental hall, apparently it's not worth it. So those rewards, they weren't risen, these ones were. Although maybe there's something special in the elemental hall, right? Maybe if you're just looking for awakening materials, maybe it is more end game after you have all of these. Maybe you get better rewards in there, we don't know. It's just that it uses all of your battle points to go in there. So you get these speed ups as well, and all these cores we're going to trade. So 12 hours of building speed up, that's pretty good. Yeah, so we open 10 boxes, and we can open another 10. So I think we just fight the way. So if there's a moon in the background, that means you're going to be getting an ultra rare. She's going to be sent to her present box because her inventory is full. But we're going to see, we have a whole ton of them. So considering we got that one, we could just sell one, I guess. So let's just go through quickly then and then see if we get any more ultra rares, which they are pretty common. Oh, another 12-hour speed up. So these speed ups are probably one of the amazing things to get from here. I don't know if there is another way to get speed ups besides spending jewels. So here's another moon in the background. So we got another copy of her. So we got so many of them. We got like definitely over like 10 copies of each. Probably over 20 copies of each of them. Considering they sell for like 3.5, it's like what, 70,000 medals? Just those characters that we sold. Inventory is full, has been sent to your present box. So let's receive some more. We don't know how many more there are. Pretty much like every 10 or 20 you should get one ultra rare. Then those other cores, they actually trade for more ultra rares themselves. And all those like random card things that you get, I don't know. I think you just buy them with medals or something. Oh, a 24-hour speed up. So a 24-hour speed up is going to help us tremendously with expanding the base, actually. And there still is some more to receive. Looks like all of them. So we got a few copies of those cards. Then if you go to like edit unit, then if you go to like metal exchange, then you sort rarity by high, because you're probably going to be getting way too many of these cards. Like we still have 4 copies of them that we're keeping, I guess. And we even upgraded one of them, right, to a HUR. We tried to awaken you twice with a 50% chance, and you failed. We tried to raise. Tried to awaken 4 different cards with a 50% chance, and we failed all 4 times. So she would become something like the GUR once we awaken her. Essentially, that's just like if you take these 2 cards and then you evolve them, so you take 2 of those cards to make this card. So these cards, you can get them, evolve them to make a better card, and then awaken them, and then amalgamate them to make a super ridiculous strong card. So it is good to collect them, I guess. Essentially, since we always have so many of them, I think we got another one of you, and I think we got another one of you. So if we sell those, there's like 7,000 medals right there. We almost have 3,000 medals. And then these are like all the other ultra rares, right? These are the ones you could get. You get this one, you get this one. So that's like one of our main characters at the moment. You get this one, got a whole bunch of copies of that one. You get this one, so those ones. And then there's also the legendary rare, which we haven't been able to get that one actually. I don't know if we're going to be able to. So then I think is this just the Archwitch hunting? Oh, I guess the Archwitch cores. So those things. So you're still here because we didn't have battle points. So if you go over here to item, and if you go to tickets and medals, I believe, Demon Cores. So are we going to have to use the Demon Cores? Can be used with Demon Core Exchange until December 23rd. So these will expire. We will have to trade something in with the other event. So the Archwitch cores, it says they can be used at any time. It says they don't expire. So we got 28,000 of them. So 15,000 would get us a LR. So we could actually pretty soon get like 2 different LRs added to our collection just for running the Archwitches so much. Didn't even realize that. So we could just add 2 new LRs to our collection. And we could get you if you want, although you should just be able to get her by defeating her. So you can buy more copies of her if you want for 3,000 cores, but it just doesn't seem worth it because we've seen like over 20 copies of each of both of these cards right here. This one and this one here. You just get so many of them. You can't buy the other one. Oh, yeah, you can. We got so many copies of these, so I wouldn't spend the 3,000 things to buy her. And so many things. And maybe they change. Maybe in 3 months there'll be different characters to collect. That'd be something. Then here's that hair fascinator to evolve these characters, I believe, right? Details. Wayland's hair. So maybe that's what you need to amalgamate these characters to the strongest level. So they give you all these here, and then metal girls if you want. And we could buy so many medals. We could buy so many slime queens. We could 300. We could buy what, like, I don't know, like 100 of them. We could buy like 100 slime queen pluses. And the mirror maiden is super rare. If you want to get a mirror maiden super rare, you could buy her. Battle experience plus 30%. That's only at level 1, so should get like 40%, 50%. Can't be evolved with any super rare card. Oh, so it's like a wild card. So you'd use her to evolve any super rare card. Oh, that actually does sound amazing, right? If you just fill your inventory with her, then any super rares that you get, you could evolve her with any of these super rares. That sounds amazing. I mean, considering it depends what her stats are, right? If her stats are weaker than the character, I wonder if she would make a stronger or a weaker character. Card defense stats 100% for 7 days. So if we got this, which is really cheap, our character would be twice as strong. We could buy a whole bunch of legendary summon tickets, guaranteed UR ticket, Phantom Mirror, Spirit Unlock Stories, Flame Blooms. These are for awakening characters, so we actually needed some of these. All enemies damage, and then Skullbucks, which we don't know anything for. So I guess we're going to be getting some LRs at some point. We're not going to get them right away. We're just going to think about the 1 LR is good enough. But essentially, we can get LRs and then upgrade them to HLRs. So we don't have any Passion LRs. We just have a Frost LR. And this one's a different Frost LR. This is a Light LR. So I wonder if there's one for the other color. Okay, so all of the different deck colors have a different character. So maybe we should get this LR Passion at some point. So we have a Fire LR, and then we have a Ice LR already, and then we get a Ice LR. Now it work towards, oh, and she's a buffer. All allies attack and defense up. Huh. So an LR that buffs everybody. She sounds amazing. So we'll have to get her at some point. We just need to get 30,000 cords, which we could probably get in like a day or 2. Maybe it's not that quick. We've been playing for like 9 days, I guess. So there's the rewards for running the witches, all the URs, all the medals, and then the LRs you could get.